All right, hi, how are you doing? I recently took a trip in the Carnival Mardi Gras, and I just wanted to share some thoughts just in case there's people out there that would like to take the Mardi Gras and, see how different it is from other Carnival ships and other experiences. So far, this is my 26th cruise in different cruise lines. I have cruised with Norwegian, MSC, Disney, Royal Caribbean, Holland America. And I think I'm missing Princess and a couple more. So, anyways, this is the Mardi Gras. It's kind of a nice ship. 180,000 tons. Well, 181,000 tons. Obviously, it's a big ship. Embarkation at Port Canaveral, unfortunately, was not as good as some other cruise terminals we have been, like in Miami. Here, the problem starting is that there's only 2 lanes to merge into Terminal 3, which is the terminal where this boat takes off, because the boat is too big and there's no other terminal where this boat can dock, and that's the exclusive terminal for this boat, for the Mardi Gras. So Terminal 3, they have 2 lanes. One lane is to turn only for shuttles, and the other lane is for all passenger cars. So it's very, very hectic to go in a passenger car and being dropped by your Uber. My advice will be to take the shuttle lane if you're being driven by an Uber, and just drop you in the shuttle area, because that's going to be much faster, and for your Uber driver it's going to be much faster to come out. Otherwise, take your time, because you're going to be in that line for a while, the line of the cars. Or if you're planning to self-park at the port, good luck, because it's going to take a while. The other thing is, you go by hours. So, 12, then 12:30, 12:30 to 1 to 2, 2 to 3. That's how Carnival arranged it. But it's chaos. It's very chaotic, because they don't let inside the building, people from different time frames, and then they delay. So, you have like a time frame of, let's say, 2:30 to 3. It's already 3:15. And they haven't let you in, or your line is there, or there's people from other times that just decide to stop and block the entrance and just block the whole line. And there's people that come early and think they have early boarding, just get in line and wait, and then they discover that there's people there from all times which are not supposed to be in line. So getting into the terminal also, in my experience, this is my experience, it took a while. It was the longest one of the longest check-ins that we have had. Once you're in the terminal, it kind of goes a little bit fast. They just check your documents, your PCR, and up you go. The keys obviously are left in the room, and you cannot access your cabins, I think, until 3. So you have to be in different areas of the boat. So there's people that are carrying a lot of luggage. There's people that, they're just in the middle of everywhere, because, in a cruise ship, people just like to walk and stop. And then you go like, and everybody starts backing up. And you're like, dude, what? And the guy just stops for no reason, apparently. But that comes with the experience of being in a cruise ship. So they have, once you board, they have different venues open. They have, the Pig and Anchor, obviously, that a lot of people like, the hamburgers, the Guy's Fieri hamburgers. They have, obviously, the Shack Chicken, which is actually here in the back part of the boat. This is where Shack Chicken is, and the Guy's Fieri, it's actually in this side, above the Lido deck. And venues to eat, the boat has a lot of places to eat in different areas, so that's good. You have paninis down in the promenade near what it's called the French Quarter. And food, I don't think it's a big problem in the boat. Big boats and big problems. Hoarding of chairs. There's people that literally, I don't know, especially the first day at sea, their mission is to hoard as many chairs as they can. I really don't understand this because, I mean, if you're using it, fine. Put your things, sunbathe, go and get a drink, go and get something. But you're using the chair. But there's people that literally come, leave their stuff, leave one towel here, the other towel here with just one of the pins of the flamingo pins that they bought at CVS, and leave one in one in the other one, a book in another one. Dude, there are 3 in that family or 4, and they have like 8 chairs. Oh, this is just in case, I want to have shade. Oh, this is in case. Well, why not? This is for my bag. So I don't know why people tend to be not very condescending on cruise ships. I don't know. Carnival should install a policy about, I don't know, musical chairs. Like every certain songs you have to switch chairs in order to avoid hoarders, or do something about it, which this boat has a lot of chairs, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of spaces. Obviously, I don't have any kids, so I like to go to the Serenity area, and there were enough spaces up there in the Serenity area. But it's pretty annoying, the hoarding of the chairs. I got a spa room. Going to the spa was an experience in this boat. When you think about a spa, you think about relaxing, you think about the ceramic chairs, you think about, going into the steam room and having, silence and the sound of water and this like spa music. What? In this boat? No. In this boat, you will hear a lot of loud people that have never probably used the spa in their life, so they don't know the etiquette or the kind of the behavior that goes with using a spa. So the people will be loud, the people will be like laughing, the people will be chit-chatting in your ear when you're trying to relax. The spa is really tiny for the amount of people that this boat has. And it's different from other spas. The spa, generally in some other boats, are up here, so you have a nice view, you can relax there. No, this boat has the spa right here, in the 5th and 6th levels of the ship here in the front. So imagine this boat holds, let me see, it holds guests, total being passengers, 6,631 guests. You have 10 chairs, 10 ceramic chairs, one tiny telesymmetry pool, or what they call the mineral pool, and a decent size steam room, and the aroma room, and a sea salt sauna. But that's it. So absolutely, here is where hoarding becomes worse, because the ceramic chairs or the spa kind of etiquette is, if you're not using it, let somebody use it, because this is not a chair that you're going to be there for the full day. This is our chairs that you just relax for a little bit, go into the steam room, come out, get a shower, relax a little bit more, or vice versa. Or you can be there relaxing, reading a book, listening, whatever you want to do. I mean, people can do whatever they want, and they have signs that says, please use the chairs for 40 minutes and let somebody else use it after that. People go over that. Okay, it's fine. They're still using the chair. So, I don't have a problem with that. But I have a problem with people that leave their shit on top of it. You're like trying to get a chair, and no, they left, a bag. They left, and they don't even, sometimes people are not even in the spa. They go out. They go to get a tea, they go to their stateroom, and they leave there. And then you ask the people, listen, may I use the chair for a little bit, when you have noticed that, shit has been there for probably over an hour and nobody has sitting. Oh, I'm waiting on my wife. I'm like, where the fuck is your wife? Is she in a shore excursion? She went, I mean, come on, man. It's let me just use it, and if your wife comes, if you want, I can move or whatever. But yeah, it's very difficult to make people understand what are I wouldn't say protocols, but like the correct way of behaving in a spa, and to be condescending with other people. I think people just have in mind their own situation, their own will, their own desires, and are very selfish in that way. In a boat, in a cruise ship, especially a boat this big, you cannot be selfish. You have to be very condescending with other people, because otherwise you're not going to have a good experience on the boat. So that's the negative part of the spa. I mean, the Norwegian Getaway or the Breakaway or the Joy, those big boats also have a lot of guests, almost as as the size of this boat, but their spa is huge. Their spa occupies almost all the front here of one of the upper decks, and it really can accommodate that amount of people. But this spa and sea days, good luck, man. It's not going to be very relaxing. At least it's definitely not a place to relax. So that's a negative thing I found about the ship. I see all these videos that say honest review of the Mardi Gras. What the fuck? Of course you're gonna be honest talking. Well, otherwise, why do you make a video? What, you're gonna make a video that says dishonest review of the Mardi Gras? Of course, or 10 things I hate, 10 things I don't. So I'm not doing a list. I'm just going in my experience, what I like, what I disliked. The rooms are good. The beds are good. It's kind of a newer boat, so everything kind of runs good at this point. The bathrooms are incredible with glass doors, and they pivot in a certain way that they don't have to take a lot of space when they open. So the shower actually are very, very generous space in this boat, and that's something that it's nice to have. It's not that tiny little shower where you have to be like go back to the dinosaur area and just use like little soap, and you put your little shampoo, and the curtain is all over you and you have to be moving it. And no, this bathroom is nice. The bathrooms and the bathroom experience, I think they improved it a lot. Night table chairs, they don't have night table chairs. Instead of that, they just have like a couple of steel little plates there that work as a night table chair. Works pretty good. I have no complaints. A lot of storage, no complaints. They even leave you like a little, bucket seat that you can turn around and become a little table or a tray to put stuff. They have movies on demand. Some of them are free, which that's nice to have, because nowadays they want to charge you everything, even how many times you go to the bathroom. They want to charge every penny for it. And so that's nice. That part is nice. The room attendants, almost in every ship, they're good. They still leave you a towel animal. They just do your room once. There's some cruise ships that still go for the double, bed turnaround, what they call. But I mean, one is more than enough, I think. No problems there. These people work really hard. We all know that. We all know people that having cruise ships. We know that these people work hard. Okay. Now eating in this boat. The Lido deck has the buffet. It's very it doesn't have a lot of variety, but the reason for that is because there's much more restaurants that people can go for certain things, like hamburgers, like hot dogs, like pizza, like a panini, so there's more options. So the buffet really has 4 different stations, like all around the Lido deck, but there's not much variety. Like in the morning, for example, not every day you will get bacon. Not every day. I just saw bananas once, and they were like super bad. I think they got like a bad batch of bananas. They just had it once. I love to eat banana with my oatmeal or cereal. Couldn't do that. The only fruit that was there during breakfast all the time was grapefruit. Besides that, they kind of switched a little bit. Specialty dining, they have a system where you don't reserve a restaurant, but what you do is that night, when it's time for your dinner, you go into the app and you choose like Shebang, or you choose like sushi, or you choose Cucina del Capitano, or any of these specialty restaurants, and you book it from your phone. So if you don't have a phone, I think they still make reservations once you show up. But it's better to do it on your phone because the phone also alerts you once your table is ready. So that's nice. You don't have to waste time being there waiting for them to find you a table. You can go and have a drink, watching a show, so that's nice. The Mardi Gras, actually, see this part in the middle? This is they have a windows here during the day, and at night they transform into a stage and a show, and they put LED screens. The idea is really good. It's like if you have been in Royal Caribbean, they have in the back, they have what's called a 360 or 321 or something room because of the view. And you have the same concept. In the day, you have windows. During the night, they turn into LED screens and they can have shows. The problem with the Mardi Gras that I found is that if you're in the first level, which will be level 6, only the people in the front can see the aerial performance. All the people that are sitting back, you cannot see. So a lot of times you don't know what's going on. You have TVs that the TVs are showing what you're not watching. But that kind of ruins a little bit the experience. You also have people walking in front of you all the time because it's not an enclosed theater. It's not like the Royal Caribbean boat where people come in specifically to watch the show, but there's no traffic around. This one is in the middle of the traffic. So you're trying to watch the show. You will have people that just come and stand in front of you, not knowing what's going on, and they just block you. And you have to kindly ask if they can just move around. But again, empathy. There's no empathy. People just do whatever they want when they want it. So that can be a little bit annoying during the shows in the midship. In the theater, that doesn't happen obviously because they're arranged seats. That the stage is just in the front. So people that come there are people that are coming to watch the show. So I think that takes a little bit of the performance experience a little bit back. So that's something that probably Carnival will have to do something in the future with that central area because, as I said, it gets pretty crowded. It gets very crowded in the 3 levels, and as I said, because it's a traffic area. People just go, stand up, they come late, they just stand up in front of you, and you have been there sitting, getting a seat with a drink, waiting for some time, and they will just block everything that you have been watching. The other thing is that people will hoard spaces as well, and for whatever reason the space is so little where they have the aerial performance that a lot of times they put signs on the front of the rows that people cannot sit there. So that also takes a whole front seat and a whole front row away. So people have to be more in the back. And as I said, in the back, if you're in the first floor, you cannot see anything in the aerial performances that are happening. And if you're up, that's probably the best viewpoint. But again, the space between the balcony and the stage is not that big. So a lot of times, if you're like a little bit far away, you cannot see what's going down on because a lot of the shows they come off stage and they do it on the stairs or they do it in in the surrounding of the stage. So you can't. The viewpoints are not very well thought. I think. I mean, the idea is really good. But in reality, there is a lot of problems with it that I think they should have, made it better. The same thing with the spa rooms. The spa rooms now have to be low. They're near the spa. So you have the Havana Club on top of you. You have the comedy punchline on top of you. So if you went there to relax thinking that the spa is going to be like a relaxing cabin, it's definitely not. Not either inside the spa or outside is definitely very hectic. And besides that, I mean, the experience is good. Everything in the boat. I mean, the boat is beautiful. It's a beautiful boat. It's arranged through what they call neighborhoods or aisle spaces, so you don't feel that crowdedness. You feel that obviously on shows. You feel that on especially at the Punchline comedy show, because the majority of comedy is in the Punchline room, and that gets filled up pretty quick. And they don't let, after it gets filled up, they don't let anybody else walk in. So those shows can be a little bit challenging to see. They have, just for the last night, they had a comedian in the main theater where there was enough space and you didn't have that problem. But yeah, the Punchline Comedy Club, it's small. And pools and everything else is good. Okay, so the other thing we need to talk about is activities on the boat. Of course, we have this, which is the first in the Carnival ships. It's called the Bolt roller coaster. It's $15. You reserve it online. And, the first time we did it on a sea day. It was fine. There was not a lot of people. But the second time, as usually with roller coasters, they break. And Bolt was down for a couple of hours. So all the people that had certain hours before that time obviously got delayed. So we showed up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon for a ride, and we didn't got to go until a little bit further up because all these people were backtracked. They let you do 2 rounds. I think the person on the front gets more fun because it's a throttle coaster. It's not really a coaster. It's more like a kind of a motorized vehicle that you accelerate through a track, and the vehicle moves by electric power. So you control the throttle, not 100%, but just for speed wise. And there's a button that gives you a boost. So only the people on the front can do that. The people in the back is like a motorcycle. They're just passengers. So obviously it's much more fun to do it on the front. Then the course, this course on sea days also can get pretty full, but it's nice. It's something that it's free that you can do. It's first come, first served. And actually it's entertaining to do. Also, they have a little mini golf here in the back of the ship. This green thing is the little mini golf with the slides for the kids. The pools are divided, obviously. They have a main pool, which is the Lido one. That gets pretty crowded. They have these pools, one in I think it's the 7th level, and the other one is in the 16th level, or 17th level. They get crowded as well, but not as the Lido pool. And I found out that the most tranquil place, obviously, is the Serenity area. The Serenity area has 2 hot tubs and 1 little pool. The pool was packed all the time. The hot tubs, not so much, and the water is not that hot. So it's still usable during hot days. And it's nice. The Serenity area, I think, in Carnival ships are a good place to spend time. So those are the things that I found a little bit different from other Carnival experiences. Of course, there's people packing. I don't understand how some people pack for cruises. I mean, if the airlines didn't have a limit of 50 pounds, I'm pretty sure that people will be probably taking a whole pod for the cruise ship. They have t-shirts, matching t-shirts for day 1, matching t-shirts for day 2. This life is a ship instead of all this kind of comic things, which is, it's cool, I guess. I mean, it's part of the fun, I guess. I don't know how, well, for me, fun is riding the coaster. Fun is, getting a drink. Fun is being in the spa. I'm not wearing a t-shirt, but who am I to judge what's fun for somebody? So that might be fun for you, but that's fine. But yes, some people decide to bring their whole luggage for, instead of checking out for the first day and getting into an elevator on the first day. It's also pretty hectic. Good luck with that. But as the cruise goes by, it gets obviously much better. And the embarkation pretty much standard. I mean, nothing much different. Again, the terminal, I don't think the parking and coming into the terminal is very easy, especially if you're going to take a shuttle. If you take a shuttle back to like a rental car, or even the buses that take you to the airport, the lines can be pretty big. So you will be waiting there in the heat for a while. We found that out. We rented a car and found it out that it's easier just to take an Uber instead of waiting for the shuttle, because the shuttle goes to Terminal 3 where the Mardi Gras is, but it has to go also to the other terminals where other boats are, and they're not close. I mean, if you have been or sailed out from Port Canaveral, you know that you have to go all the way back, and that's where the Disney ships, and the day we docked, it was also the Norwegian Getaway and the Freedom of the Carnival Freedom. So people were kind of mad because there were like more shuttles going to certain terminals than others, or and that the rental cars were crazy. I mean, we did an hour line, and it was packed, like totally packed, that the air conditioning was not cooling anymore. That's how packed it was. So wrapping everything up, the experience, sure, it's nice. The boat, obviously, it's good, it's nice, it's technological, still new, still nice. The crew, no problem with them, pretty good. Passenger wise though, I think some people should have a little bit of more self-awareness and less selfishness in the trips. I think that makes it better for everybody. Just don't be selfish, you know, you're on vacation. Why do you need to stress about it? So those are my experience in the Carnival Mardi Gras. I'm hoping to go next on, well, my last one was the Carnival Horizon, and I'm thinking in trying the MSC Seashore in a couple of months. So I'll let you know how that goes. All right, guys. For you that are going Carnival Mardi Gras, happy sailing trip. Enjoy it, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.